Hello everybody, this is Elissa from Make Arts and Crafts, and today we have the best, sorry, the cat is scratching on my chair and she knows she's not supposed to, because of course I pulled out the camera to record, and so she decides, oh, I'm going to cause chaos. But today we have my favorite video to record every month, and that is the month in review. And today's month in review, no, we're not going back there, this is chaos right here, sushi chaos. Exactly, chaos. We are going to be recording our month in review, and this is my favorite video to record, so I'm super excited to break into this. And I finished quite a few things this month, so I'm very pleased with the progress, despite the fact that this was a pretty busy month. So we're going to break into it. I've got a bunch of finishes, we have a few whips, all that fun stuff. Let's see, and we're going to start off with the small stuff, and then we'll go into the kits that you can see right down here. So first off, we're going to look at, as Sushi wrangles and smashes into the camera. No, come on, you little thing. Come on, I know. You're not going back there. So first off, we have these fun small snacky kits and stickers from Diamond Delights. Sushi, we're not going back there. So we have the corgi buns, and this is a bookmark sticker, but you could also like turn it into like a fridge magnet if you wanted, but it's just too cute. And then we have the Delightful Doggy sticker sets, and I got set 1 and set 2. And these are stickers. I have not taken them out and put them in a sticker book yet. I'll just put them in kind of like a folder just like this. And then from there, I went with the larger stickers, which we have the sprouting telephone ulins. So these are little succulents, and these are, look at how beautifully done these are. And there is like a little splash of AB in this right here, and they're very beautiful. Like, I'm super high quality square drills on these. I love them. So there's that one. And then we had the furs, and these are in the order that I did them in. And then we have our first of the Sailor Moon series. So there is Sailor Mars. It's the Mars Guardian Cutie, and look at how adorable she is. And for the fact, sorry, the cat is like trying to go behind the easel that she's not allowed behind. Despite the fact that, you know, this is a very pale drill, look at how beautiful she is. She's got some ABs in her earrings, and then right here as well, and she is super cute. This is a sticker as well. You can see that is one large sticker, but I have left her on because I have not decided what I want to do with my stickers. And then we have another succulent with a sushi tail, I was gonna say tail hair, sprouting butulents, and look at how adorable the boot is with these drills, and look at how the drills just shimmer and shine. And these are like little chicks, type succulents. And then here is another one, and look at that, and with a little chick right here, and the chick is like pure AB. That is just so pretty with all of those ABs right there. Love it. It is just so pretty. I love these, and they're just such, like, there is no gapping of any type in these. These are a dream to place all of her little kits, and I can't wait for the drop that happens on the 6th. And then she has these ones, and these are all licensed by her, the artist that she uses. They're all licensed. This is one that she actually did herself. This is art by Elvira, who is the owner of Diamond Delights. And look at how beautiful these little potion bottles are. I love the pastels of the potion bottles. They're so pretty. And she actually designed those ones herself, and they are like, I love how they look. So they are super cute. And then we have our last 2 Sailor Moon guardians. So we have Mercury, Sailor Mercury, and look at how adorable she is. She is so cute. And again, you have some ABs here, and then in her headband on her, super adorable. And then you have a Sailor Moon herself, and she is with her like nice yellow blonde hair, super adorable. I love how they turn out. And then you've got the ABs in her headband again. So these are the mini ones, all of the stickers that we have. I'm gonna put them like this, the butulents together, and then we're gonna put our stickers. So those were all of the stickers that I did that did not have any like specific sheets for my logbook, but that was a lot of stickers that I finished over the course of the month. And they were super fun to do. I love having those small kits. I am going to go over the mini Dazzles that I did, my little small mini Dazzles. I did 2 mini Dazzle sets this month. And the first one I did was the classic flowers. So the classic flowers, I'm going to do it like this so I can actually see. Classic flowers, this is a 10 by, they're basically roughly a 10 by 15. So there's going to be 6 of these in the little thing. They're just roughly a 10 by 15. They're square drills, partials. These ones had 17 colors, 1 AB, 16 fairy dust. I started this on the 12th of August, finished it on the 14th of August, and it took me 3 hours and 40 minutes to finish all 6 of these. So look at how beautiful they are. And they are all special drills. Let me see if I turn the overhead on, if that will actually, oh, my light is acting up. I have to just push it twice. But look, see, you can see they are all the fairy dust, and then we have that 1 AB right in there to add a little extra glimmer. But look at how beautiful that is. So there is the first one. And then you have probably one of my favorite ones is this one right here, the water lily. And then we come into the orchids. I also love the orchids. Another major favorite of mine are the orchids because I love orchids. And then we have a rose, which is just beautiful. And then look right here. I'm trying to think, which one is this? I don't know if it was labeled or not. Yeah, I don't like how these ones aren't labeled with what they are on their stickers, whereas Paint Gem labels all of them so you know exactly what it is. I don't know exactly which flower that is. And then you have your tulips. So that's something that I don't like, not knowing exactly what they are. But those are the 6 flowers there. And then that same day on the 16th, or on the 14th of August, I did the next set, which was the exotic flora. Which was also 10 by 15. They're all going to be roughly that same 10 by 15 size. They're still partials. These ones had 22 colors, still squares. They had 1 AB, 21 fairy dust. I started these ones on the 14th of August, finished them on the 14th of August, and these ones took me 3 hours and 36 minutes to finish this next set that I'm about to show you. So we're going to set those ones off to the side, and these are the exotic flora. And the exotic flora, again, I don't know the names of the flowers because they don't really specify. I know that one's like a bird of paradise because it literally looks like a bird. And then you have this one here, which is, I think, some type of cactus. But you look at the AB, how the AB placement is and the shades of green on that. But that is some type of cactus. And then you have a hibiscus. I think that's a hibiscus. It looks like a hibiscus to me. This one looks like a passion fruit right there. Had vines of that all over my house in grad school that would grow all over the place. Then you have this one here, which is kind of a funky flower. And then you have the lily pad flower, water lily, or like that one, which is pretty cool, kind of like almost like a lotus, but lotus would be up higher. But beautiful. So those are the ones there, which that one would go like that, and this one would also go like that. But look at that. Are those not stunning for these? And I love how fun and simple it is to do like a quick workup of these little kits. And they come with the drills in separate packages, so you just have all the drills that you need like right there, and you don't have to, you could just grab and go and not have to like take it all with you. And these are super easy to work up and go. So that was the mini Dazzles for the 2 sets that I did. So those were all of my stickers and my mini Dazzles. So now we're going to get into my actual big kits that I did. So for the sake of finishes, this month I've been kind of starting into my finish 4 buy 1 kit. So I did count. Normally I haven't been counting like Paint Gems as a finish or mini Dazzles as a finish, but for this month I did actually count this is a finish, this is a finish. And then because I finished so many of these, I counted all of these collectively as 1 finish, just for my own sake of mind. So that was like 3 finishes there is what I considered that for my own purposes. So next up we go into our actual canvases. So right here we have my first event canvas that I did for the month. So this is Moon Love by the artist Sevi, and this is a 50 by 50 round. Comes to us from Diamond Artisan Shop, and I love Diamond Artisan Shop canvases, and I love Diamond Artisan Shop artwork. I feel like it's just like all of the art that comes out is like straight up my alley, and every time there's a new release, there's some type of canvas that I end up purchasing off of the releases from it. And so this piece was stunning. I loved it. I loved the idea of doing a round canvas. I have to figure out how I'm going to go through because the glue does extend over. So I may do like some kind of like sealant of some type because there is some sticky and you can see it kind of gets all kind of nasty right here because of how I store my canvases. So this is, and I don't like having the sticky being able to pick stuff up because you'll notice every canvas that I have has washi tape around the borders and you can't really do that on a round canvas. But that's my one complaint is like the round, because in order to be able to have the glue go all the way to the edge, you kind of end up with a little bit of that overspray, and I don't like the fuzzy stickiness of stuff there. But this canvas, I loved the render. It was beautifully done. There was no unnecessary confetti. It was beautiful, turned out fantastic. There were so many, there was 24 colors, square drills. It came with 2 ABs and 2 fairy dust and 1 crystal. The entire background that you're seeing right here is crystal. So the original art had the entire background as just white, and I loved that idea of, instead of just giving us white drills to render, I loved the idea of rendering it instead of just white like that. I love that idea of doing it like this in crystals because it's moon, we're up in the sky. So then we could have Luna and Artemis and Luna, or whatever the name back of every of these they're Artemis and Luna, but I always mix up which one is which, so I'm not going to say it and confuse myself and say the wrong thing again. So they're up at the moon, and because they're the cats from Sailor Moon, and they're so adorable, and you can see this is the crystal, and I love that concept of doing it. This yellow right here is all fairy dust or pixie dust, depending on who you're shopping through, or glimmer, depending on what shop you're going with. But essentially the equivalent of Diamond Art Club has a trademark on the term fairy dust, so nobody else can call it a fairy dust. So that's why you'll hear other shops call it pixie dust, glimmer, whatever you want to, shimmer drills, whatever you want to call them. That's what these drills are. But you'll see those drills in that yellow. You'll also see that same drill, like this right here, this white is the exact same thing, is that shimmer, pixie dust, fairy dust, whatever you want to call it, for the entirety of our white cat, and which is, I think, Artemis is the thing. Artemis is that the white one, because I want to say Luna as the white cat, which is wrong, so that's Artemis. And then you have pink AB and a darker pink AB, and that's what you have for this one. It was such a fun kit to work on. I started this one on the 3rd of August, finished it on the 10th of August, and it took me 13 hours and 50 minutes to finish this one. The only complaint that I had, other than the overspray of the glue around the border, the only other issue that I had is I kind of started I started from the inside, but I did the outline first, and then I filled in the content, I filled in the innards, and it was mostly when I was working with the glimmer or shimmer fairy dust pixie dust drills in the cat, because they fit a little bit, they're just, with their coating, they're just infinitesimally larger than the regular drills. So I started over here, and I ran into an issue where the drills were very, 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 very snug, and I had to really work them in place, and I had to force them down, and they wanted to pop up. I didn't have that issue down here. No issues with the rhinestones. I had a little bit of that same issue spacing wise here because I had placed the border and filled in the innards. So if that's something that I were going to go back and do again, I would have started kind of saying, okay, we're going to start from here and work outward, and then fill it in and not fill and kind of compress it. So that way, if it oversprays the edge, we've got plenty of glue off the edge to not have to worry about it. But that was this particular canvas. I love it. This was my first finish for the month of August of the big kits, my 33rd finish for the year, and my 80th finish total. So that was Moon Love. Beautiful canvas. Next up, we have this tiny little kit right here, which was one that I finished as my second kit. So I did Moon Love, I did for Sailor Summer 2024 and Fantastic Felines 2024. And then I pulled out, and then I got this kit from Jada Gem Shop as well, which is another of the, which is a pixel charted kit. So this is challenged me by the artist Hareen. It's a 30 by 30 square drills, 17 colors. No specials. It did not come with any specials. This is from Jaded Gem Shop. I started this one on the 10th of August, finished it on the 12th of August, and it only took me 6 hours and 31 minutes. This one, I added a bunch of extra special drills to it, and I do have a post review, unboxing / post review of this one. Same thing with the other one. There is a post review of the previous kit, so that's something that you guys can check out with the post reviews to see what you think. I did add a bunch of special drills to this, to her jewelry. So I added some ABs, and pixie dust there, ABs, crystals down in here, pixie dust and crystals here, ABs in her earrings. So I wanted to kind of add that accent of the specials for that, because I thought that would just really help stand out and make her look even more adorable for this canvas here. This one was super cute to work on. I had absolutely no problems with her. The placement, there was no issues with the gapping or anything. This was a phenomenal canvas to work on. It may look like there's some slight gapping issues, but that's more of a me placement issue rather than a canvas gapping issue. This one was super fun to work on. Adorable canvas. It was my second finish for August, my 34th finish for the year, and my 81st finish total. And it was super fun to do all of the bling. And if you want to know exactly what I swapped out blingy wise, then that's something that you can check out the post review, which my post review playlist is linked below, and my blingy the thingy. I think I linked it also into the blingy the thingy playlist. And when you see kits like this from Jaded Gem Shop, that means that it is one of her hand charted or pixel charted kits, is what she refers to them as. And that is basically means that it does not have the normal confetti that you find in a Jaded Gem Shop kit. So there was absolutely zero confetti in this kit. It was the hand charted, so she'd gone through, cleaned it up, and done the hand charting. And it was such a dream to work on. I absolutely loved this kit. It was a pleasure. But that one was this here, super cute. And then next up we have this one right here was my first ever actual finish from Oraloa. And this one was a little snacky kit. So this is a 21 by 32. So a little kit, and I kind of figured I had a bunch of snacks that I got from Oraloa recently. 21 by 32, poured glue, full drill, 16 colors, came with 2 ABs, round drill, and I started on the 15th of August, finished it on the 17th of August, but it only took me 3 hours and 36 minutes to complete, so it was pretty quick to do. And I loved the color palette of this. It was super fun to do. And the ABs that you can see you've got this reddish orange AB right there, and then our other AB is this orange AB that you see right here. Those are our 2 ABs, that red AB here, orange AB there. I loved this color palette of this one here. It took, for how little it was, it did take some time to kind of work it up. But it was such a fun one to do. The one complaint that I did have on this one is that it had those annoying large guide circles, which I'm not a fan of the large guide circles. But otherwise, this kit was super fun to do. It was my 3rd finish for August, my 35th finish for the year, and my 82nd finish for the total of all time. But super fun to do. Loved it. That was Pop Glow. And then I was on a roll because I've been talking about doing this kit for ages. I've had the box out for ages. And I finally was like, this is it. So, and I was like, which was perfect because I was like, we're going to do this for my birthday. So I pulled out La Petite Miss Ocean, which is an Oraloa canvas. And this is from the artist Laura Philippon. And this canvas, I have a post review up for this one as well, so where I go into it by detail. But this was one of my rainy day kits. And when I say I had so much fun working on this canvas, I mean, I had an absolute blast. And so a rainy day kit, this is something that Diamonds and Washi, Katie, talks about. This is a kit that you kind of save for like that special moment, either whether it's something that you just want something that's going to bring you joy, you may be having a down moment, you just want to save it for a special occasion, it doesn't matter, but it's something that you're saving just for that special time for whatever reason it may be. And I was like, you know what? It was coming up on my birthday, and I'm like, I'm going to start this and work on it over my birthday weekend because this is just such a gorgeous color palette. My favorite colors are like these lime greens and these teal blues. Those are like legit my favorite colors. So this kit just really spoke to me with all those colors. Hawaii is home for me, so of course this really made me think about home and being back home, which I haven't been back in about 3 years now. So I'm really like missing being back in Hawaii. So it really was that rainy day kit for me. And the color palette, the first section that I did was this section right here, this top left section right there with all of that big section of Monstera. And oh my goodness, was it just like, oh, it was stunning. As I pop a drill popped off as I was moving things around. I have to put the drill back down now. But it was absolutely stunning. Good thing I haven't taken care of the drills yet. This is one of those things there, when I manhandle these things, I have to look at them and be like, oh, okay, there's a drill missing. I'm like, I wonder if the drill is on the back of the other canvas. No, it's not. It's because they like ruffle them around when I'm moving things. Or it's like I could have just missed that drill and never actually placed it. But this kit was everything that I love coloring wise and a dream to do. So she was stunning. I started this on the 20th of August. Well, I should give the stats. It was a 50 by 70 round drill, 55 colors, and it came with 5 ABs. And this is, of course, from Orloa. I think I mentioned that already. I started it on the 20th of August, and I finished it on the 27th of August. And it took me 23 hours and 52 minutes. So it did take a little bit longer. And that's because there was a lot of confetti right through here. And then the entire background was not color blocking. This was not a color blocky kit. This was a lot of like that interspersed kind of like confetti-ish it together kit. So you had to do a lot of that back and forth. So you can see the top, and then as we come down, here's the bottom. So she is gorgeous. I loved her. She was stunning to do, but it was very much not one of those color blocky kits at all. It was my 4th finish for August, my 36th finish for the year, and my 83rd finish of all time. The colors were heavenly, like I said. It was dreamy to work on the Monstera leaves, and I really needed those blues and greens, and they just made me super, super happy. And in contrast to the little Pop Flow kit, this one did not have those massive guide circles. It had like the minimalistic, almost not there guide circles, which was perfect. Those are the guide circles that I prefer if I have to have guide circles. It's gonna bother me if I don't fix it, so we are going to grab a drill and grab a pen, and we are going to fix that missing drill. There we go. Because that would bother me if I did not. So yes, it just had those very minimalistic guide circles, and that was Miss Ocean. The next up is our last finish for the month, and this one comes to us from Enabler's Outpost. And this one I kind of did because I wanted another finish for Feline Familiars, and I also kind of wanted to start getting into the fall mood, so I pulled out Pumpkin Kitty. And this is Pumpkin Kitty from Irma Van Human, one of my favorite artists that Enabler's Outpost has in their lineup. And this is a 40 by 40 square drills, and it is one of their if you buy this kit now, it will come in resin squares, so that's something different that you'll see compared to what it looks like now. So this kit that I'm reviewing is one of the very I think this is like the very first kit that they had from their new snack, or their new manufacturer. At the time they were calling this manufacturer they were calling their manufacturer, they were trying out a new manufacturer, and they were calling it their snack manufacturer. But this particular kit that at the time that they were trying out a new manufacturer, this came in acrylic squares. So some of the things that I'm going to talk about here that I had some issues with, you won't have, because if you buy this kit now, it's going to come with resin squares. So you won't have the problems that I had now, because that's one of the big differences that I've found between acrylic and resin squares is the placement and like how they place when you're working on the canvas. So this, as you can see, it looks phenomenal. There really wasn't that much gapping or anything with it. That part was completely fine. What I did run into when I worked on it is, because I divided it in half like this, worked on this half first, and then I flipped it over and worked on this half. So when I worked on the first half over here, I did the border or the outline first, because with squares you typically like to do the outline first and then fill it in. Well, with this one, I did the outline first, and then I filled in and started working on the pumpkin. And I had a lot of issues with the drills kind of wanting to pop up because it was snug enough that they didn't want to fit in there very well. So I was having the cat was fine, the blacks drills were fine, but I had a lot of issues with some of these ones in here where they didn't want to fit properly. And the drills that worked perfect and fit beautifully together were the 5 glimmer or shimmer, whatever you want to call them, the pixie dust drills. Those drills, there's 5 of them in this kit. Those were fantastic. Because there's 34 colors, 5 fairy dust, pixie dust, whatever you want to call them, glimmer. I started this one the 17th of August, finished on the 31st of August, and for it being only a 40 by 40, it took me 17 hours and 44 minutes because there's so much confetti in this kit, like pure confetti. Because this one was definitely not hand rendered. Now they have upgraded it, so you're going to get the hybrid charting, so it's going to be cleaned up, not 100% pixel by pixel cleaned up, but you're going to get the much cleaner version. Like if you watched my review of the new version of my sword, it's going to be like that, which was a dream to work on compared to the confetti computer charted like this version of my sword. I absolutely loved the hybrid charting, which was cleaned up so well and looked phenomenal. So the new version of this will be in resin squares and in the hybrid charting, which will be so much better, because that was one of my complaints. This had a lot of confetti, which you guys know I'm not a fan of confetti, especially not when you have a lot of that unnecessary confetti per se. So this was a lot of confetti. I did have issues with the popping squares. It was worse, or popping drills. It was worse on this half, so I did have to go in and seal this canvas. But when I worked on this half, I started with the inside and kind of worked from the inside out. So I filled in the pumpkin first, and then I worked and did the outline and the border afterwards. And I did not have nearly as much of an issue on this half as I did on this half, but since I already sealed this half, I did go in and seal the other half. So if you wonder why this canvas looks a little stiff, it's because I had to seal the canvas. But it did not lose any of its shimmer, any of its shine. You can still see the glimmer of the drills, all of that. This one was my 5th finish for August. It was my 37th finish for the year and my 84th finish of all time. And I love how it turned out. It's super cute. You can't tell the confetti from above, but it's when you bring it up to look at, you can see just in the eyes of our little kitty and in the mouth of our kitty, you can see all those different shades. There's probably like 6 or 7 different colors right there. And that to me is unnecessary confetti. And that's one of the things that has been cleaned up in the new version. So if that's something that you're not a fan of, don't worry, because it's not there in the new version. So you don't have to worry about that. But that was finish number 5. Now we're going to go ahead and roll into my whips. So first up, we have the 2 whips that you're going to see every month until the end of the year, and that's my year-long temperature projects. So first up, this is the daily lows. This is my temperature dragon, and this is one that I'm working on for daily lows. I have not decided what I'm going to do for my background to fill in around the edges of my dragon when I'm done. I'll do that when we're done. I could start filling in the perimeter and the background of the dragon up through here, which I really should, to fill in like this part, and then I can pull the all of the pieces of release paper, or not really, of the plastic that's just in like random pieces stuck on here now, that could be pulled off from like this portion. I could totally do that, but this guy is my daily lows, and you can see this is January, this is February, we have March, April, May, June, July, and then August. And you can see how varied the temperatures are, because it was nice and cool in January. And then the coolness stayed, and then it started to warm. It got even cooler in February, and then it started to warm up and get hotter and hotter and hotter. And July was really hot. August was kind of a spattering. So these 2 shades of pink right here were like the hottest colors. And you can see where we have some of those hot colors in here, but then it was like August was all over the board because we went from the really hot colors down into some of the cool, like starting to cool back down a little bit to like what we had in June. So it was very much all over the board in August, whereas July was just straight hot. So it was kind of interesting seeing this spread of colors and watching it like develop and shape. And I'm really interested to see how September looks. So because we'll have September and then October over here. So September and October will basically mirror what this looks like. And then I'll have September, October, November, and then this part will be December. So we're getting closer, but that is my whip number. Whip number 1 is temperature dragon my temperature sal number 1. Whip number 2 is my other temperature sal, and this one is the daily highs. And this, you can see we've got January, February, and this is my potion bottles. And you can see as we look, it's the cooler the tones, the colder it is. So this goes all the way from like January we had some 90s, some like random hot spells, but then February was cold down into some 40s, and then we go 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and then we get up into the 90s, and then we just get into the heat and the blast of heat. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, and August. So the crazy part as we get down into, let me move it up so you guys can actually see July and August better. There you go. So this is what I finished. Granted, there are 3 days that are not filled in, and those are the 3 days that have been into the 120s. I have yet to decide what colors I want to do them and pull out the drills for those colors. I'm leaning towards doing something maybe in this, because I have to pull out like 4 different shades. To fill those in, I need 4 shades in the same color family to give it the spread. And I'm leaning towards doing something kind of in this color family of like this shade right here. But I just need to pull up, a DMC color chart and find what family I want. Because I have this color and another color similar to it. I have all of the DMCs. I just need to decide what other, I have this one and another one similar to it, and I need to find 2 more colors that are in the similar family to go with before I can fill in these 3 drills right here, or these 3 potion bottles right there. And that's why you have 3 partially blank potion bottles right there, because those were in the 120s. I think that one was like 120, 124, and I think that one was 121. But that was, yes, that's how hot it got for those few days there. Yes. So July was just plain hot. August was also still hot, where it was all in the 100s and 110s for both months. We had one day that went down a little bit cooler, but all of August was either in the 100s or the 110s. But that is whip number 2 is my temperature sal potion bottles. I'm loving how it's turning out. We're getting down to the bottom. Whip number 3, I did not get much progress on this month. I don't know how much actual progress. I can't remember how much progress I got compared to last time I showcased it. I was hoping to get the second section done on it, but then instead of working on it this month, I finished an entire first section up here, which I love how it looks. And now I'm going to get into the actual head of the dragon. So I finished this part and I laid down the ABs. This is literally all AB. That's how awesome it is. That is all AB, that white. And I love the look of the waves. So I was really hoping to get into working on this, but then I got distracted by all the other projects I was doing. And instead of working on this last night, I spent on the rest of the 31st, instead of pulling out and working on this, I kit up like my next 4 kits, which I'm about to show you what kits those are. So I could have worked on this and probably finished this section, but instead of doing that, I spent like the night kitting up my next 4 kits. So that's where I'm at. I need to finish out this section. So I'm taking my time on this, but I'm having a good time going slow on it. I did do a number of square kits, and I think what stopped me from doing this was I had literally just finished Pumpkin Kitty, and Pumpkin Kitty was a confetti heavy square, and this is a confetti heavy square, and that's why I did not end up pulling this out and working on it, because it's a confetti heavy square and I needed a break from that. So you'll see that I should make some progress on this hopefully this month, since the kits that I pulled out to work on for like the spooky season are very are all rounds, so they should go quickly because they're rounds in there. That will give me like a break from doing squares, because I've done a number of squares lately, and I feel like I need a little bit of a breather from them, and that's why I hadn't done that progress on this. So as I pull out, and even like my 2 cross stitch conversions, because I had not touched my cross stitch conversions until the 31st, and I finished the entire month on both cross stitch conversions on the 31st, as well as finishing the rest, like almost half of Pumpkin Kitty on the 31st as well. So I did a lot of squares on the 31st, so I didn't have it in me to pull this one out and work on this one on the 31st as well. But my goal is to get back into working on this. I have made progress, but that's one of those things where it's like, you know, you have to be in the mood to work on it. And that's why I was like, you know, this is going to be something that's going to take me time, because it is such a big square. And when I have something, yes, it's only a 60 by 80. So this canvas is from, this is the Storm God. You guys have seen it before. It's a 60 by 83 square drill, 45 colors, 4 ABs. It's from Lazy River Crafts, and it is stunning. I absolutely love it. But it's something that's going to take me a hot minute, because that to me is a big kit. So a 60 by 80 is a big square. If it was a 50 by 70, I would not be nearly as intimidated. But when it gets to be that 60 by 80, that's when I'm like, okay, that's big. And I just mentally in my head, it's kind of like a block when I have a kit that big when it comes to squares. And I know it just makes me take that much longer to be motivated to work on it. So it's something that's just, it's like a me problem. So I'm getting there though. I'm a 10th of the way done. I have 10 sections, and that's 1 section done. And I've got a good portion of the 2nd section done, and I can't wait to work on our dragon and get the dragon face. But that is my 3rd actual whip. So now we're going to go into my September plans. And as you can see, I'm filming this on the 1st because I don't normally put a video up on Sundays. So I'm filming this on the 1st. And on the 1st, I've already gotten started on my first kit that I'm working on for I don't really actually enter I don't enter events to work on like for prizes or anything like that, because I leave that for other people to win the prizes. But I am unofficially entering the Drills and Chills event, and I've got my first 4 canvases that I plan on. These are the first 4 canvases that I pulled out, and these 4 canvases are kind of going to be my Drills and Chills canvases that I work on. And then after that, I'll probably be like, I need a break from fall Halloween themed canvases, and then I'll probably go to working on whatever strikes my fancy. But I have 2 small ones that will go super quick, and then I have 2 medium, like regular sized canvases. So first up, we have Ghosty Friends, and this is by the artist Ariel West, and this is from Jaded Gem Shop. It has 16 colors, round drills, no special drills. I started this one today, actually. This was because I'm filming this on the 1st, and I kitted all of these up on the 31st. Well, I kitted 3 of them up on the 31st, and the last one I kitted up today. And then I prepped the canvases today on the 1st. And then I was just like, took all my start photos for them, and then I was like, I can't not resist, and I started working on this one. And I finished my first section. So I have it divided in 2. It is super cute. I actually swapped out colors and made this ghosty right here the same color as the eye instead of being purple. So both ghosts are supposed to be purple like this. And it looks completely fine to me. If you look closely, yes, you can still see the purple background because this is a round drill canvas. But I love how it looks, and I wanted that little bit of a color swap for this little ghosty there. So this is one of the pixel charted kits too. So there's really not any confetti in here. There is going to be a little bit more, there's going to be a little bit more confetti-ish type stuff in the bottom just because of how the artwork is on this, but it's not like the typical Jaded Gem Shop confetti. But that is going to be my first whip and first planned kit that I'm going to be working on for the month. I have my other 3 whips, and then this one right here is the first one that I'm working on. Next up, we have my second kit that I'm going to be working on for Drills and Chills or for the fall season. This one's more my fall kind of themed kit, and this is Autumn Treats, and it's by the artist Hey Soleil Art, and this is from Bella Art Diamonds. It is a 35 by 47 round drills, comes with 2 ABs, 34 colors. In this one, I just couldn't resist because, you know, pumpkin, everything. And I'm really ready to go get a pumpkin spice latte, like an iced pumpkin spiced latte. I don't like the hot kinds. I like the cool kinds because it's still in the hundreds outside. So I need the cool ones. So I was like, I need to work on this one. So here is our pumpkin spice latte. But that is going to be my second kit that I'll work on. So I'm going to work on the 2 small kits. Next up, I have this gorgeous one right here, which is from Diamond Art Club. This is stacked, what is it called? Stacked pumpkins with sunflower. It's like the most ridiculously lame name for a canvas ever. Stacked Pumpkins with Sunflowers by Angela Anderson. It is 50.7 by 69, has 57 colors, 1 AB, 2 fairy dust. And I got the bling pack from DP with Sparklers, which added an additional 11 special drills to this, which was all 1-for-1 swaps to add more specials kind of throughout this canvas here. So this one is just super, super pretty. And this one's just more of like the fall theme as opposed to this washi just does not want to stick to this canvas, to this plastic. But you can see you've got your gorgeous pumpkins. You've got your 4 stacked pumpkins on those pastels. And then you have the flower right through there. And this one is going to be a lovely one to work on. You've got, I kind of made this center section larger than the other 2 sections because this is going to be a big chunk of color blocking in here. You've got some confetti here, but color blocking around the edges. So I figured these will work up fairly quickly for this canvas here. So that's why I only have it in 6 sections. You're going to have some confetti down in the bottom, confetti up in this top part here. But for the most part, it's not going to be too bad for that there. But that is, so I kind of have 2 fall themed canvases, and then I've got 2 Halloween themed canvases. Because the last canvas that I'm going to have is kind of, I view this one, the stacked pumpkins with sunflowers, and Happy Jack's Glitter Moon, which my washi does not want to stick to these canvases today. I view these 2 canvases as like companion pieces. The Happy Jack's Glitter Moon and the stacked pumpkins, I view those 2 as companion pieces to each other. I feel like they totally go together because of the stacked pumpkins. So this one is from Aaron, I think Aaron Bartlett is the artist for this one. Yes. This is also from Diamond Art Club. This one is a 50.7 by 68.9, has 38 colors and 3 ABs. And it is a lot of like, I think I had like 6 or 7 bags of 310 in the background. That'll be the most I've had of 310 ever, which is completely fine. I love color blocking, so that's going to be completely fine with me to do all of that color blocking in the background. That'll be a happy space for me. And there's going to be so much confetti. Like this is pure confetti here for these squirrels. Pure confetti here. This is also a round drill canvas. You can see all 4 of these are rounds, which completely fine with me. I did go through and pull out a whole bunch of, I'd have to look at my drills. I forgot to write down how many, but I pulled out a bunch of specials. A handful, I think like 1, it ended up being like 1 AB because it already had 3 ABs. So I think I added 1 more AB, and then I pulled out, I think like 5 or 6 fairy dust to add to this. Like, so I think I added like 3 or 4 fairy dust just down in our black pumpkin itself. And then I added some into the orange. Like I did the 666 is going to be fairy dust. And then I did some of the oranges as fairy dust. I don't think I added any up in here to the whites up here. But there is also an AB right there. So I may have to look back and see if I want to add one up into this white pumpkin up top. But I was like, I can't not add specials to this because he needs it. Like Happy Jack's Glitter Moon needs it. This kit I'm super excited for because I missed this kit on 4 separate restocks. So I was super excited to finally get it. After Halloween last year, I finally got it November 9th of last year is when I finally was able to snag this kit on a restock. I missed it on 4 other restocks before I was able to get it. So I was like, I have to do this kit this year for Halloween, but I'm going to do it early so it's done before Halloween. But that is my last canvas that I plan on doing for, and I want to try to get them done in September because October is going to be a really busy month for me, and I'm probably not going to get very much diamond painting done in October. So I wanted to try to get these ones that I really wanted to get done for the fall Halloween season. I wanted to get them done in September, knowing that I'm probably not going to get much progress in October, especially in the latter half of October. Or if I do get something done in October, it's going to end up being small canvases. So with that in mind, I was like, I have to really focus on these canvases now and leave like little kits and small things that are easy for travel with for October. So that's kind of my plan for the month of September. Any additional finishes beyond that are going to be kind of as the whim strikes me. And if I finish more, fantastic. If I don't, no big deal. I would like to make progress on the Storm God this month, so I may just stick with these 4 and the Storm God and see where I go on the Storm God and see if I can knock out more on that and see how much I get done on it for the month in review for you guys, and maybe pull out another like cross stitch conversion or 2 and make progress on on some additional cross stitch conversions and go from there. So we will see. You guys will see at the end of the month what I decided to work on and call that good. And kind of, yes, exactly. We never know what we're going to do over here in the Alyssa land. It's kind of like it's all up in the air until we actually look at our hoard and pull it out, and we usually I rifle through Gems Flow and take a look, see, and try to decide what I want to do. But this is the first time that I actually decided, I'm like, nope, I'm going to kit up all of the kits that I want to work on and have it all planned out, so that way these are the ones I'm going to work on, have them done, pulled out, ready to go, and we're going to work on them. So that's what I did. They're ready to go. Now I have one more container that I could actually kit something up in, because I have like 9 containers that are sitting ready for me to actually kit stuff down, because that's the bane of my existence, is kitting down. Because I save drills because I use them for cross stitch conversions, and I need to actually kit them down, but I'm like, ugh, I don't want to, but I need to. But I know there's like at least one kit that I'm not going to be saving the drills for, so I can just dump those drills, which will be a fast kit down. But yes, that's on my agenda, is to deal with those drills over there on that desk. I should do that this weekend too, since I have Monday and Tuesday off. We will see. I should. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, these are my favorite videos to do, and they're so much fun, and I love watching them as well. These and hoard videos are my favorite ones to watch, favorite videos to film. And yes, I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope to see and hear what you guys are planning on working on this month. If you're participating in Drills and Chills, let me know in the comments what you're going to be working on for Drills and Chills. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.